Okay, good evening, everyone. The first item on our agenda tonight is the election of the chair and vice chair. So I'm going to call for nominations of the chair, if anybody wants to put forward a nomination.
I'll nominate Raylan.
Second Raylan.
Thanks.
Being no one else,
All right.
Raylan is our chair again. I'm going to call for nominations for the vice chair.
I'll nominate Beth Gurney.
That's but I didn't know her not being here.
She's not here to say yes, but she's also not here to say no.
Seeing no other nominations, Beth Gurney acclaims that role. Okay, I will hand it off to the chair.
Okay, thank you. So item number 2 on the agenda is roll call. The clerk has taken the roll. Declaration, item number 3 is declarations of conflicts of interest. Are there any declarations of conflicts of interest? Anybody? Seeing none. Item number 4 would be presentations or delegations, but I see that we have none on today's agenda. So item number 5, items for consideration, also none. Item number 6, consent item. So now we'll move to items for consent. So we have 6.1 town and gown update. Can I have a mover and a seconder for item 6.1 town and gown update, that the report to 2026-53 titled town and gown update be received? So first a mover. You and a seconder.
There's a hand on the screen.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Can we make that seconder? Okay. Any discussion on item 6.1? Hopefully everybody had a chance to review it. No discussion. That our only time we're talking about it?
Yes.
Okay.
We should discuss it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what are we meeting for?
Yes. Yes.
So first off, like the new one that was put out is great. Like compared to like the discussion we had at the last meeting about fixing the language and all that. Yeah, it is great. In that the vice chair, in that what I wanted to say was that what the BIA, what we've already started to do, is moving towards a discount program for students. It's already in place, and so, like some businesses already offer it. But as we said here, and what I brought to the BIA was something that is more encompassing. So that the problem we have with that is the membership are historically reticent at responding. You know, we don't always get feedback from the business membership, which hopefully go down the road, maybe the chamber can help in getting them to actually get on board or just answer an email. So that's what we're moving. Also, we're looking at into what other BIAs in the province have done for their student bodies, for those that have them, you know. So that's my update from the BIA. So
thank you. That's helpful. And I mean, the action is written in such a way that you're exploring the feasibility of. So
Yes.
if you're not getting traction, that doesn't mean the action isn't being.
oh, absolutely. It's, you know,
Operationalized,
and we're all for it. It's just a matter of, again, getting the businesses to respond to it and to agree in the end. The other part of the BIA's mandate is the beautification, which we do wherever we can. We're also in a tough spot right now with all of the construction that will be coming to downtown. So the city's kind of doing that on their own. So like the beautification part. So
Great, thank you. Any other comments on the report, which, you know, obviously includes reference to the updated action plan, and then I guess the main components are what are we actually going to start working on? So the actions that have been identified within the report about, leads on 4 actions to move ahead sooner rather than later. Any comments specifically on those? David, you have?
Yes, I would like the chamber's pleased to support 4.1, which is creating a report that highlights the economic and social contributions of the local post-secondaries. I guess the how is interesting, but it may look at a grant or something like that to do that, either through the city's processes or through external processes. But people certainly need the support of the post-secondaries to do that. But yeah, we look forward to engaging that way.
Maybe could we get comment from, are we allowed to get comment from the city on the city-led actions in the as
Yeah,
part of our
absolutely.
discussions? Sorry.
Yeah, through the chair. So yeah, as was mentioned by the committee, this is like the starting point, right? It's third week of the new year. Let's go. Let's get some stuff started. So the ones that we would undertake would be the kind of looking at our own processes to communicate committee activities to students. Obviously, that will be done in conjunction with everybody else around this table. But is there, and what was reflected in the action plan, is there a better way, specifically for city activities and services, although that could broadly be applied to just the things that are happening? So we'll kind of take that on and work with especially the post-secondary institutions around how can we sharpen our processes to get that word out around the what's happening at the city, whether there's events, activities, those kinds of things. I'm just checking my notes here for the second one. And then the first one there is the kind of the broad survey, which we kind of thought as we created the action plan was foundational to some of the other pieces we wanted to do. So asking students, how do you want to hear about, activities and events that are happening? What's the best way to reach you? What you love about studying in Brantford? Could that be the foundation of a campaign to kind of champion why Brantford's a great place to study? So where we said we're the lead on the survey, like we'll pull those pieces together and kind of be the backbone of that. But of course, because the survey going to students, we'll need the input from all the post-secondary schools on the best way to kind of craft those questions, analyze that data, get the answers we're looking for. So that's kind of our R2 as part of the Town and Gown family to start anyway.
And I guess are all of our leads comfortable? I guess, I mean, our next meeting is April. So all of the leads have all the, I guess, connections they need to move these things forward between now and then, like to do the work outside of here. And then with the understanding that in April, we'll be looking to report back on progress and then also hopefully add some more actions from the list that we're ready to take on at that point. I mean, some of them do feed into each other, right? Like the survey feeds into other aspects too. Does anybody have any other comments or questions on the report or the actions? Yeah.
So I just had a question. So the reason that the other ones are just to be determined is because we're just not going to do those items yet, or because nobody took them on, or what is the answer for that?
Yeah, so through the chair, no one's identified that they can lead that action, or they may be actions people have expressed interest in, but there's no resources for them yet. So those are ones that are kind of hopefully between now and April, because a couple of things will happen. One is like these actions, these 4, let's go, we'll start working on them. And then we'll do another reach out maybe in a month just to update this list, because we have our budget meeting this evening, right? So I appreciate there's lots of other factors as people weigh their organizational and their resource capacity, whether it's a budget process that hasn't included yet, whether it's a board process you'd have to go through. So there'll be this one pathway, which is the 4 actions that we're going to start on right away, pending approval from this group. And then another reach out to see what others could be added. But the reason they're not on the list now, besides those 4, is there's no lead and no resources yet.
Because I had some ideas for 3.1, but I just wanted to kind of figure out how.
Is that?
But yeah, I would also add like 3.1 to 3.2 and 3.3 all align with our chamber's potential advocacy committee or advocacy and or education committee. So they align well with sort of work that the education committee has identified as things that they want to move forward. But I look at specifically like 4.2, the chamber in the course of prior to or the next meeting, we're looking at hosting a regional transportation roundtable that explicitly hits to 4.2, but would bring in the post-secondaries, both the admin as well as the student side of things and other interested parties. So what is our to look at what, and the city obviously as well as the major regional transit provider, what are the key advocacy priorities that we should advocate for as a region, as regarding specifically interregional transportation. So that would hit that, but it's not explicit that we want to lead that for the town and gown committee, if that makes sense. And I'll make sure the committee is invited to set regional roundtable.
Chair, first I want to apologize for my tardiness. So it's coming to another meeting and I'm not good at saying goodbye. I just wanted to advocate strongly for the idea that the 1.1, the consultation, that data be the cornerstone of a lot of these other things. Like any communication strategy that we execute without reading that first, I feel like will be maybe not the greatest use of resources, because we need to like sort of dial in on what those key messages are. And I think that will be, to me, that's the before all else piece.
Agreed. Thank you. Is that it? No further questions, comments on the report, on the contents that thereof. So then we have our mover, seconder, all those in favor. Sorry. Opposed? Okay, carried. Next up on the agenda, we have, minutes. So 6.2.1, the minutes from our November meeting. Can I please have a mover for the minutes? You, and a seconder. You. Any discussion on the minutes? Errors, omissions, changes? We're good. All those in favor of adopting the minutes? Any opposed? Seeing none, carried. We have no resolutions before us at this time. We also have no notices of motion for items number 7 and 8. So I think that means adjournment is next. Right? Yeah. Okay, meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.